And I will admit all. Hello, everyone. I wanted to wait until you all got a chance to come up, and it looks like you're pretty much all here. I see a couple people still connecting to audio, so I'll try to talk slow to start with. This is Denise Cheminow. I am the CEO of the Girl Scouts of Manitou Council. We're really excited to have you here for our October Troop Leader meetings. Thanks for joining us. I know that this is an extra time away from your family, and we appreciate you taking the time to be with us. I do want to tell you, don't feel that you have to take notes furiously or anything like that. A lot of what we're talking about, details of this are in the 411 that you got a link to in the notice for this meeting. Additionally, the PowerPoint that we're using and a recording of this presentation will be on our website on the volunteer resources section. So you should have no trouble accessing it again if you should want to. And certainly your membership and support directors are always there to answer questions about anything we talked about today. So don't worry about that. I am going to start sharing my screen so that you can see what we're talking about today. All right. So again, welcome to our meeting. We're happy to have you here. We're going to be talking about two topics specifically in this meeting. We're going to be talking about creating a blueprint for your successful troop year, and then conducting a successful Girl Scout cookie sale with your girls. So those are the two main topics that we're talking about today. So the first thing is Cassie is going to talk about the 411.
Hi everyone, I'm Cassie. As Denise said, you should have all received a link to the 411. If you did not, that's okay. It's on our website under volunteers, volunteer resources. So you can access it that way as well. And if you would like to have a printed copy mailed to you, we can do that. You can either reach out to me or your membership development and support director, and we can get that physical copy to you in the mail if you would prefer it that way.
Right.
At this time, one of the most important things we can do as Girl Scout adults is to give girls resilience, the knowledge that they can navigate adversity and continue to make a difference to benefit others, that they're strong and capable. Some of you may have already seen this video at some point before, but I want to replay it again for you guys tonight because it really does show and remind us how all throughout history, Girl Scouts have and will continue to make a difference in the future of our country.
Speaking up for what's right. Helping out when things go wrong. Raising our voices alone or together. Not just breaking news, but breaking barriers. Fighting for victory on the battlefield and on the playing field. Seeing the world through new eyes and the earth from miles above. Redefining beauty, brains, and what it really means to be queen. Making ourselves heard on stage and on screen. Showing the way in Silicon Valley and showing up for others wherever help is needed most. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
I just love that video. I think it's a great reminder of how we really are a sisterhood of Girl Scouts. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about giving back to our communities and taking action. Giving service is a great way to help others and to help girls see that they can be a generous and caring solver of community problems. Right now, Girl Scouts has 4 different national service projects going on. We have Promote the Vote, where girls carry out activities to promote the civic responsibility of voting. Citizen Science, where girls help with research on things like pollinators and light pollution. Mask making to protect health during the COVID-19 pandemic, and letter writing to people in nursing homes or other senior living facilities where they may not be getting as many visitors as usual. And I'm actually going to share my screen now so you can see where you can find this information. All right, so I am on Girl Scouts website at girlscouts.org/service projects. And this is where all the National Service Project information is found. It gives some information about the Girl Scouts Give Back Fun Patch that you can, girls or troops can purchase if you complete any of the service projects. All of them will live here. So if you drop any of them down, it has all the information about the service project, the steps, different resources and links that would be important for completing it, handouts that might be needed, and then it asks you to add your service project. Girl Scouts is trying to keep track of how many of these service projects are completed, who's worked on what, which ones Daisy troops have worked on, what ones have Brownie troops worked on. So if you do complete one of them, just on this girlscouts.org/service projects, make sure to add yours in. And this is for all of them. All the information's there for all 4 right now. In the future, if more service projects are announced, they will be here as well. So make sure you save this page.
Terrific. Thanks, Cassie. I wanted to let everybody know that if you have a question, please feel free to enter that in the chat room. Abby Weber is monitoring our chat room, and we'll stop periodically throughout our time to see if people have questions. And also, if you have questions about the cookie sale as we're going through it, please feel free to ask Paula McGill directly. She's on there as well. So either way, we will get your questions answered as we go through. So let's see. I need to flip down here a little bit here.
All right. And while there are those national service projects, I've also been getting a lot of great things from troops that have been doing other service projects in their communities, like leaving messages in chalk in front of hospitals or other areas for our frontline workers, making posters for Veterans Day, since celebrations for Veterans Day might look a lot different this year, making sure someone's special birthday or day is acknowledged with car parades and balloons. It's just been really inspiring to get pictures from troops all over our council doing these, making such a difference in their community. And not only that, I've been getting a lot of great stuff about how troops are meeting either virtually or in person, having fun, seeing all the incredible things they're working on. It's just been so inspiring to see these. So keep sending me anything your troops working on to Cassie@gsmanitou.org.
Thank you. Abby, do we have any questions yet?
There's no questions yet, Denise.
All right. On we go. Amy is going to talk to us about the blueprint for an amazing troop year.
Hi everybody, I'm Amy, and I am going to bring up my screen, just a second here, to talk a little bit about the blueprint. While we've been very inspired by troops positively continuing their troop activities so far this year, both virtually and face-to-face, we know that navigating these changing situations this year could be challenging. So we created a leader blueprint, which will help troops conduct meetings both virtually and in person. And in order to find the blueprint, you'll want to go under volunteers. This is on our website, gsmanitou.org. Under volunteers, and then on the left side, under troop leader blueprint, click on that. And there are sample troop meetings for every age level, including multi-level. And I'm going to show you the Daisy one for right now. The sample troop meeting is laid out right here with some, it'll tell you a little bit about the purpose, and there's a video for every meeting. This one is helping the girls learn about the promise and law. You'll also find PDFs and links to the volunteer toolkit. This should work, it does work hand in hand with the volunteer toolkit. And I also just want to highlight some of the resources that you'll find, like this one is a webcast. And don't be alarmed by the fact that it shows that this webcast already happened. You can go down below and there's a form to fill out right here. Once you submit it, then you'll be entered right into the recording of the webcast so that it can be viewed. And I'll show you a couple more of these meetings. So like I said, they're great for both virtual and in person, or even a hybrid version with lots of resources available for meeting planning. And if you go back to the Troop Leader Blueprint, there's additional resources on the page as well, down below the age level planning. Under local support and training, there's information on our troop meeting sites. We still have Camp Evelyn, Camp Manitou, and the Girl Scout Center available for meeting space. All the details are here, and the request form is right here. If a troop leader fills it out, Linda, our administrative assistant, retail manager, will contact you and work out all the details of the meeting. And we also have some information in here about the special Zoom license deal. While there is, you can use Zoom for free, you're limited to 40 minutes when you're using the free account. If you do go with the low cost option, which is $36 a year, and that can be taken out of troop funds, then you have unlimited time and some additional bells and whistles. I should mention though, check with your girls and see what they prefer to use or what you prefer to use. Just because we have a deal with Zoom doesn't mean that you can't use any platform that works best for you and your girls. Let's see, I also want to point out down below, there's a little bit of information here about GS Learn. In addition to the Successful Leader Learning Series, which is great for new leaders, we also have other learning opportunities on there, including Zoom for virtual meetings. So I would encourage you to check that out if you have time. Also, we want to mention when you're planning the year, make sure that you're checking in with the girls and finding out all of their needs, trying to take them all into consideration. There may be some girls that can only meet virtually, so you want to take that into account and try to support all of the girls. Another way to support girls, if you're having to do some hybrid version where it's virtual and in person, is setting up a buddy system. That would be where each girl has a buddy and they check in with each other throughout the year. Might be nice, especially to have a face-to-face girl linked up with a virtual girl so that they can keep that connection through the year. And next I'm going to take you to the meeting plan tools. And I'm very excited to tell you about a video that we received from a troop 8001 from Cedarburg. They did a fantastic instructional video. It's about 8 minutes long. And they did virtual meetings this spring. So they talked about how they set that up. And they did 2 meetings a week where they had a short meeting in the beginning of the week where they talked about badges. And then another one on Thursday where it was mostly fun and just the sisterhood of Girl Scouts. And the video is great because in addition to the instructional part, there's also some feedback from the girls on what they liked and what they didn't like so much. And it's really nice. So I highly recommend checking that out when you have time. I already mentioned a little bit about considering a hybrid method of offering troop meetings. If you need to do some virtual, some in person when it works. Also, you may want to consider changing things up with your virtual meetings. If you're doing virtual meetings, perhaps starting virtual, taking a break for an activity time, and then coming back might be another option to keep things active and fun. Let's see here. The next section I want to show you is connecting with families. There's some resources in here. And as always, we recommend clear communication with families. Make sure you're telling them the plan for the year, how the girls will be meeting, whether it will be virtual or in person, and what to expect for those meetings as much as you can. Also, for troops this year, some troops may want to put some of those big goals on the back burner this year, and that's quite all right if they decide to do that. I have heard from some girls who are working on their highest award this year, which is fantastic, but we also understand that with everything going on, that maybe big goals are just not in the plans for this year, and the focus can be on sisterhood, socialization, service, friendship, and fun, because we all know that's much needed right now. And also, troops may want to consider offering to use troop funds to pay for their membership dues this year to offset some family expenses if that's a hardship. And the good news is that the troop will be recouping that money pretty soon with the cookie sale, which is right around the corner. And let's see, in addition to the blueprint, I always like to talk about My GS. It's right up here in the upper right-hand corner of our website. That's where you'll click to log in. And if you have never logged in before or you forgot your password, you will click on Forgot Your Password. You'll receive an email link to reset your password. And once you log in, you'll find all kinds of great information from the volunteer toolkit, which has year plans. You can set up both for virtual meetings and in-person meetings. And there's additional troop resources, finance tracking, all kinds of good stuff. And also under My GS is GS Learn. And that's what I was talking about before with the online learning that's available 24/7. So check that out. And I should also mention with these resources, the volunteer toolkit and GS Learn, they're going to be down for a little bit due to a nationwide software turnover around Thanksgiving. So if you have anything that you're working on in the volunteer toolkit and you'd like to make sure you have it during that time, be sure to save it or complete any trainings that you want to complete before the shutdown. It'll be from November 19th till December 7th at the latest. So
Okay.
that's all I have.
Great. Abby, do we have questions?
We don't, Denise.
No questions.
Nope, no questions yet.
All right. Let me bring my screen back up here then. And advance this. And then I think we're going to talk about the Girl Scout cookie sale. There we go. Paula McGill is going to talk.
Yep, I am. Hi, everybody. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 2021 cookie sale. It'll probably be a little different this year, but we believe that we have tools in place for girls to have a fun and safe cookie sale, and we believe that the community will especially support Girl Scouts this year in the girls' sales. So we're looking forward to having a great cookie sale. For new troop leaders, in a nutshell, this is what you need to do. You need to recruit a troop cookie manager and register that person as a Girl Scout. You can do the job yourself. We recommend that you don't, and you'll probably be happier if somebody else does it for you. Usually a parent will step up and offer to volunteer in that position. you have to have a troop cookie manager registered in order to place your troop order in the Little Brownie Baker online ordering system, eBuddy, and also for girls and parents to be able to access Digital Cookie, the online ordering system for girls. I recruit a community cookie manager. The community cookie manager will help troop cookie managers in her community facilitate a successful sale for the troop. She will usually provide a cookie meeting where she disperses troop materials, cookie materials to the troop cookie managers. That may be in person or virtual in 2021. That will be up to the community cookie manager. Troop cookie managers will be contacted by the community cookie manager November, December of this year, and set up a meeting or a way for the troop cookie managers to receive the materials, girls' order cards and materials such as that. Troops will also receive a box of s'mores for the girls to taste this year. This will be the last year for the s'more cookies, so we thought it would be a good time to let the girls have a taste of that variety. There are 2 bakers that Girl Scouts of the USA license to sell cookies or bake cookies. One is Little Brownie Bakers, the baker that we use, and the other one is ABC Bakers.
Paula, can you talk a little bit about recruiting a troop cookie manager, like about the job description, or about like what kind of a person would be a good troop cookie manager?
A good cookie manager would be somebody who can keep accurate records and get parents to turn their information in on time. There is a job description on our website under cookie sellers for this position. So, we try to make things easier for all volunteers, including troop cookie managers. So there's always resources and support to help them in that position.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so a few things you should be doing in the next little while. As I said, recruit a troop cookie manager, set up a troop bank account if you don't have one. Jody Steins, another staff member, can help you with that. Also, we're recommending that troop leaders set up a online pay system that connects to the troop account, such as Venmo or Apple Pay or Google Pay. Jody is familiar with Venmo, so if you want to set up a Venmo account, there again, Jody can help you with that. That would be the online payment system primarily is for parents to be able to pay the troop for their girls' cookies. That would alleviate, hopefully, any non-sufficient fund check charges to the troop account. Then decide about a booth sale. Decide if, with the troop cookie manager and the leader and the girls in the troop, if they want to participate in a booth sale in 2021. I'll tell you a little bit more about booth sales in a minute. Communicate with your Girl Scout parents about the cookie sale. Customize the Cookie Sale 101 letter that is in the resources section of the volunteer toolkit. It's under cookie program. This letter includes a link to a parent permission form. All girls need to have a completed signed parent permission form before they can receive their cookie order card. In signing the parent permission form, the parents understand their commitments, girls can select their rewards, and this will aid your troop cookie manager when she places the girl reward order in eBuddy. That the permission form should be collected and kept with the troop until all cookie monies are turned in at the end of the sale. You can work with girls to learn how to plan for their sale, set and meet their goals, sell responsibly, respectfully, and safely. This can be done by completing cookie sale badges, which Amy mentioned a short time ago. Or there's a really great tool Little Brownie Baker has on their website. It's called Built by Me Cookie Planner, and troops can personalize their own cookie plan for the cookie sale. It doesn't take very long, and it's kind of a fun little activity that perhaps girls could help participate in. Also, if you could encourage your parents to work with their Girl Scout on the Girl Scout Entrepreneur Family Pin. All of these options are great ways for girls to learn entrepreneurship, customer service, safety, and goal setting. There's more details in the 411. As Denise mentioned, there's almost everything that I'm talking about is in the 411. There's additional information on our website, gsmanitou.org. Troop Gift of Caring. Girls in troops can decide, they can pick a local organization, and then they can ask their customers to purchase 1 or 2 packages to donate to the local organization. Troops will receive these cookies with their initial order, and they can make arrangements to donate them to the local organization.
Terrific. I wanted to also let people know that when you were talking about the badges, Paula, on the earning badges about the cookie sale, those will be up in November on the blueprint. So if troops use those blueprints to do Girl Scout activities this year, in November it'll start you on cookie sale recognitions, cookie sale awards for each age level. So it's put in the right spot for
perfect time.
That. Perfect timing.
Yep.
So let me advance you here. Oh, Abby, is there any questions, or Paula?
Yeah, we do have actually a couple questions.
Okay.
Nicole was wondering if checks are not getting written to the council anymore. Are they getting written to the troop?
Yes.
Would they, Paula, or would they get written to the parent, because then the parent's going to pay through Venmo or?
Well, if the parent's doing through Venmo, yeah, they could write them to the parent, yeah. But
Okay.
otherwise, if they're planning on, if the parent isn't using a Venmo account or an online paying app, then the customer could.
Mm-hmm.
The downside of that.
However, the parent could use the Venmo to collect payment from the customer.
They could set up their own Venmo to collect payments from customers as well.
Yes.
The downside, I think, of those checks being made to the troop is that then any hot checks are going to end up in the troop account. Certainly, we help troops collect if those kinds of things happen, and we'll help parents if that if that kind of thing happens with them as well. But the smaller the dollar amount, the easier it is to collect on those things. So that would be the parent would be the place where the smallest dollar amounts would be. So the more we can use that kind of a electronic payment method, either from the customer to the parent to the troop leader, or the troops to the council, the less we'll have to deal with those kinds of hot check kinds of experiences, because you just can't transfer money you don't have.
Yeah, and ideally too, the troop leader could use the Venmo app to collect payment at cookie booths. So they're, again, not taking any checks from people they don't know.
Yeah, that's true. How about, is there another one, Abby?
So she just went off of that again, just asking, so there's no option to have checks written to the council anymore?
Oh.
No.
Okay, perfect.
In the past, a lot of customers have just written checks to Girl Scouts. And to be honest, banks are not that fussy when you're putting money in, when you're making a deposit.
I can send a message back just letting her know to reach out to you if she has other questions too, Paula.
Sure, I'd be glad to help.
Great. And then another question we had is from a new troop leader. They don't have any funds yet to open a bank account. What should they do?
Well, I would recommend contacting Jody, because she can help with setting up bank accounts, and
I think they usually need a balance like $100. If you collect troop dues, you're probably going to have enough money to open up a troop checking account. That would probably be your best option, is to collect some troop dues so you have enough to open your account. If not, you can wait until your cookie money comes in, but then you're going to be scrambling kind of at the last minute. Open up that Venmo. You probably would be better if that isn't an option for you for whatever reason, please talk to your membership development and support director in your area, and she'll help you problem solve that to figure out what you could do to open an account without any money. I mean, we will work it out so that you get your account set up.
Yeah. I believe that the Girl Cookie monies is due around March 5th. And then the money is due, the council's going to make a debit from a troop account on March 9th. But I mean, that's a short window to get an account opened.
Thank you.
Anything else, Abby?
Yep, and then Brooke was just curious, so like on this particular slide, excuse me, are these, are like each one like kind of recommended towards like the troop cookie sale manager, the troop leader, like who kind of like, you know, recruit and register a troop cookie sale manager? That's probably the troop leaders, right? She was just curious about how that all kind of plays out.
Most of these things are things that the troop leader is going to do prior to the troop cookie manager starting, except for example, the booth sales. That's something that the troop leader and the cookie manager decide together. But forwarding the cookie 101, you'll have to work with the troop cookie manager to decide when you're going to have your meeting, your parent meeting, whether that's going to be virtual or face-to-face. It would be the troop leader that would work with the girls on their cookie sale business. And then the girls and the troop leader and perhaps the cookie sale manager might have input to the gift of carrying cookies. But a lot of this is stuff that the troop leader probably does more programmatically before the troop cookie manager starts. The troop cookie manager does a lot of the detail work of the actual sale, of getting the order forms out and getting the orders back in and entering them and scheduling the delivery station and all that kind of thing. So that's what the troop cookie manager does. These are a lot of things that troop leaders do.
Yeah. There's always a little overlap, you know, a little gray area, like with the parent permission form, you know, one or the other might choose to send that out and collect it. And obviously the troop cookie manager is going to need that. So she would probably hold those. So, you know, and the cookie books, you know, there's work together on it would be wonderful.
Yes, pick someone that you like.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Pick somebody that can count.
Anything else, Abby?
Yep, one just came through.
Okay.
Tammy was wondering, is there an option for parents to digitally sign permission forms, especially for those doing 100% virtual?
I think what we've done in the past
Yeah,
is,
you can.
they could sign them virtually and then send them back, or they could, sometimes what they've done is print them out, sign them, and then shoot a picture of them and email them back.
Yep.
So however it works out, the form itself is not a signable form. And the reason it's not is because every single one of the troops out there does something different with this cookie permission slip form. They either print it out, or they send it out, or they email it out, or they text, or they send out the link, or there's just, everybody's doing everything different. So to set it up as an actual signable kind of a DocuSign kind of form doesn't work out the best for everybody. So, but there's lots of different ways to do it without ever having seen a piece of paper, and that's fine.
Yep.
Are we good?
Yep, the next question is just about if they're going to be able to do door-to-door sales, which Paul will be talking about in the next slide.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm plopping it up.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Digital Cookie. First of all, in Girl Scouts of the USA owns and operates Digital Cookie, and they will be sending out an email registration link to all registered girls and their parents in early December. So if you could get your girls registered as soon as possible, that would be very helpful. And also the parent does need a current email address, obviously, if we're going to email the Digital Cookie registration form to them. Girls on Digital Cookie, girls will then set up their own personal web page, and it's easy to set up. There's a lot of videos and how-tos on there. It's pretty user-friendly. So, and there's also, I think, a 24/7 customer service support system on the Digital Cookie. Customers can order cookies to be delivered, shipped, or donated, and they pay for them with a valid credit card at the time they order them. So this would be a perfect way for girls to take a customer's order. They can be delivered to a customer's porch and dropped off completely socially distanced for a completely socially distanced experience. So we are encouraging girls and parents to use digital cookie whenever possible. Girls who sell face-to-face and use digital cookies sell the most cookies. On average, 20, 30 packages more per girl. So please encourage your girls to use digital cookie. They can also, of course, sell by telephone. They can call friends and family. They can text friends and family. There again, they could, if they choose to do that, they could use a phone app system for payment. Door to door, in most years, selling cookies door to door is the very best way. Customers like to see girls. We often hear that nobody came to my door. Especially this year, perhaps customers would be happy to see girls come to the door. Of course, in practicing all safe selling methods. Girl Scouts, of course, is the only place that customers can get their fix for Girl Scout cookies. So they really want to buy them, and we think this year they'll want to buy them even more. We're hoping they buy twice as many, actually. So, oh, my screen just disappeared, sorry. Girls should contact their neighbors, either, as I said, by digital cookie or phone call, or if they choose to go door to door and nobody's home, they can leave a note on the door. I believe that Cassie will be working on some door hangers that we'll have available, so girls can leave their digital cookie webpage address on that, or a parent's name and phone number, or a way to contact them if the customer wasn't home and wants to buy cookies. We all know that parents take order cards to work, but we would much prefer if the girl could do the selling. Girl Scouts could make a poster for the parents to post at work. They could perhaps go to the place of business. Girls gain the most skills from the cookie sale if she sells the cookies. So it's really important for the girls to do the sales. However, if the business wouldn't let the girl physically go into the physical space, perhaps the parent could obtain the email addresses of the people they work with, and then the girl can use digital cookie for those customers. Social networking, December 21st of this year will be the first day that girls can sell cookies. They can sell to all customers, including family and friends, via digital cookie. Girls under the age of 13 can post their web page address from digital cookie on their parents' social media page, not on community pages. For safety reasons, GSSA does not want girls posting on community pages. Teen girls age 13 and older, they can use their own online social networking sites to ask for cookie orders and post their digital web page address. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Abby, any more questions?
There's no questions right now.
Okay.
Cookie booths. There'll be a couple of different options Troop can use to order cookie booths this year. First of all, like we said, Troop leaders should decide with their Troop cookie manager and girls in the Troop if they want to hold a booth sale. Based on when your cookies are delivered, cookie booths will be offered February 12th through March 21st. Booths are popular because Troops who sell 120 packages in booth sales can earn a free night of camp building rental for a troop getaway or a pool party at camp in the summer. Troops who sell 240 packages can earn 2 free nights of building rental for a troop getaway. Again, there's more information in the 411. Ordering booth cookies. in the past, most troops have scheduled a booth sale, and then they've ordered their booth cookies with their initial troop order, their initial girl order in eBuddy. If troops choose to do that this year, we are cautioning them to be conservative in their order. If they run out of cookies, they can obtain more from a cookie cupboard, a council cookie cupboard. However, there's another option. They can choose just to order all the cookies, pre-order all their cookie booth cookies from a cookie cupboard. If you want to eliminate any risk of ordering booth cookies, you can pre-order from a cookie cupboard that will be open in early January. We devised these two options to help troops avoid being stuck with unsold cookie booth cookies, because we cannot take any back. And if you choose to order with your initial order, we can't take those back. If you choose to order through a cupboard, we can only take full cases of unsold cookies within 7 days of you picking up the order from the cupboard. With the uncertainty with COVID this year, we don't want troops to get stuck with a lot of unsold booth cookies. And we also don't want to have a huge inventory of unsold cookies in the cookie cupboards.
Any questions about that, Abby?
Yep, we just have one
Okay.
from Jenny. She was curious, what if a girl is over 13 but doesn't have Facebook? Can they still post on their parents' personal page?
Yes, yes,
Perfect.
yes.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, I have a couple. Hang on.
Oh, okay, let me go back. Or you do that and I'll do my thing.
All right. Yep, yep.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. From one generation to the next. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
We had one question come through, Paula.
Okay.
Valerie is wondering where the cookie cupboards are located.
In Fond du Lac at the Girl Scout Center, a small distribution one in Manitowoc, and I'm looking for someone to host one in Ozaukee County. Okay, I have a couple. Most of them are comments. Heidi, she encourages the parents to set up online cookie sales so they can pay with a credit card and avoid check issues. Yes, great idea. Heidi, again, my daughter used Digital Cookie. I'm assuming she created her own video and was very successful with her digital cookie sales. And then Jenny, I want to know about using her Cookie Booth reward for camp from last year. And those have to be redeemed by December 31st, but you can book camp through April of 2021. She also has a question about her Kalahari vouchers, and I can check on that and email her offline.
All right, anything else come through?
Yep, I just had another one from Valerie. She was curious if there is a step-by-step guide sheet for setting up digital cookie, or for setting up a digital cookie site. Sorry.
There is once you get on the site. When you get the registration email and log in there, there's all kinds of step-by-steps and how-tos and videos on the actual website.
Plus they get on in early December. So there's, you know,
You got plenty of time.
Yeah, there's weeks and
Yeah.
weeks of time between the time you get on and the time that you can sell on digital cookie anyway. So there's plenty of
Yeah.
time.
But if anybody has any questions and can't figure it out, they can always email me and I can help.
Plus I think there's a 24-hour hotline or something, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. So it's plenty.
I'm sometimes quicker than the 24-hour.
Oh, it's probably true. Anything else, Abby? Or Paul?
We just had a troop leader mention that the site is super easy to navigate, and she has a video tutorial that she could send to anyone if they want it. So.
Oh, wonderful! That's terrific. We can probably connect those two people then from the chat log. Great, terrific.
And Heidi said she's going to do a parent group meeting to get all the girls set up in digital cookie. Wonderful, Heidi.
Okay, great idea. Great. Anything else from people?
Nope, not right now.
All right, we're going to move on right now and talk about upcoming digital program, online program. And Anna's going to talk about that.
Yeah, so there are a few special program activities that are available for troops coming up. The first one is for junior troops, and it's talking about global travel because we know that the COVID-19 epidemic will pass and we will be able to travel again. So these are online events on Thursdays, November 5th and 19th. And December 3rd and January 14th. They are asking for pre-registration on this, and you can register online on our events page. And the second one is super exciting. It is financial literacy badges sponsored by Toyota called Driving My Financial Future. So I'm gonna share my screen right now and show you our events page if you've never been there. So right from gsmanitou.org, right up here is our events. And the first click will bring you right to a list. So you can kind of see all of them in a list form, you know, some from the Humane Society, River's Edge. Here's some of the financial future ones. However, if you click on the calendar, you can see them this way as well, if that makes it a little bit easier for you to read. And Cassie's constantly adding new events on here, which is great. So be sure you're checking back. And then on the bottom here, we have some community partner events that are on here. And these are kind of ongoing. So feel free to check those out too.
So, any more questions from the group yet?
Nope, I didn't have any come through on my end.
All right, then Andrea can feel free to share with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Brown. I'm the Director of Membership for Girl Scouts of Manitou Council. And I just wanted to inspire and encourage you all to just come together and give back to the community, and just remember we're all in this together, and just kind of to think back to the first start of the pandemic when everyone was making signs, and some of you were even going to other girls' houses, like if it was her birthday, you were having signs. So let's just remember to be kind and just work together to make the world a better place. And so I just encourage you to all just to continue to keep doing what you do and inspiring our next generation. So thank you for dialing in tonight. You're inspiring Girl Scouts to be resilient leaders who care about others. And as always, we're always here and happy to help you.
So before we leave you, any more questions? Abby or Paula, anything come through?
Yep. One just came through. Nicole says, we have 2 girls who are choosing not to be in Girl Scouts even though they are registered due to COVID. With the cookie sales, will they be included as they won't be selling?
They will be. However, for troops who have 10 girls, if she's she's probably talking about qualifying for the troop reward. For troops that have 10 or more girls, we only calculate the per girl average on 90% of girls. So that does help in that situation. We are unable to remove girls from troops.
And yeah, she was referring to troop rewards. She just
Yeah.
sent that message. So
Yeah. Anything else?
she said, okay, thank you so much. So,
Ah, welcome.
Anything else from anybody for the good of the crew? All right, well, thank you so much. It has just been inspiring to see what you're doing with your girls. And I know so much that when this entire thing is over, they will be women who learned that they can face adversity and come out the other side strong people. So thanks so much for being the role models who made that happen. And thank you for dialing in. Let us know anything that you need. Have a great night.